Hi everyone! So, final video review for this week is for Under Her Influence by Amanda Radley. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. Now, Under Her Influence by Amanda Radley definitely influenced me. So I look a bit messy today. Not overly messy, but a bit messy, because after reading this, I did a lot of contemplation and I just thought about some things, and then I realised that I spend probably 20 to 30 minutes getting ready to film videos some days, and I brush my hair and I try to get my makeup perfect. It's never perfect, and I know that, but you know, I don't need to be perfect. And you'll understand if you read this book, you'll understand why I may have come to that conclusion, and I'm thinking a little bit differently about things all of a sudden. So yeah, it definitely influenced me, and it's a fantastic story. So it's about Gemma. She's a really successful social media influencer, and she heads out to award-winning Fraser Park in Scotland to document her experience and share the wonders with her followers, because that's what she does. She's like a travel, not a blogger, an influencer. Which is a bit different to a blogger. A blogger sort of just writes of experience. Influencers try to make things, they try to influence people to buy things and go to places and do things, basically. They try to make things perhaps seem not quite how they are, but that's not their intention. And sometimes it is their intention, but not in Gemma's case. So she meets Beth Fraser, who is co-owner of the family inherited park. And Gemma is kind of taken by her and can't really explain why. And I shared that sentiment with Gemma, I really did. But she needs to get to know Beth better. She just knows that, like, in her heart of hearts, and so she tries to do that. But the magic of Fraser Park has Gemma spending time with Beth, and she's wondering, can she help to save the park when a board of directors threaten Beth's position in this one place that is her whole world and that she calls home. So absolutely love the premise of the story. It's classic Amanda Radley. If you are a fan of Amanda's like I am, and I am a huge fan of Amanda's work, I love everything. Everything new becomes my new favourite. This is everything we've come to know and love from Amanda, and it's just a perfect story. So there's so much to love about this. And I already know that this review is not going to do it justice. I really hope it does, but it deserves your time, it deserves your attention, and you need to read it for yourself to fully experience everything this story should make you feel and experience. So every time Amanda releases a new book, I just know, before I even read it, like even before I see the cover, she can literally just say a title, and I just know she's produced another winning novel. And like I say, that is why I'm such a fan. She just is an amazing storyteller. She has this amazing talent. She just tells lovely, relatable, deep, meaningful and important stories in a very simple way that makes an easy and all-indulgent read. You literally pick the book up and nobody will see you until you finish, which is kind of what it's like for me. I get an Amanda Radley book, I sit down and I'm gone. I'm completely gone. So with Under Her Influence, it genuinely felt like Amanda had been in my head. This happens quite regularly. Every time I read a new book from Amanda, I think, yeah, it's almost like she's been straight in my head, read every thought I have, conveyed it onto the page, and then I'm like, yes, that, exactly that. It's an amazing talent she has. I don't know how she does it, but I love this. It gives me a really deep and meaningful connection with the characters, and I hope it's something you'll be able to do too. And it's a truly unique experience that I can have when reading one of Amanda's books, and I love it. Even if I've not been in the situation myself, I can fully appreciate, understand and relate to the experience, which is amazing. So I adored Beth. I loved Gemma. They were opposites in so many ways. Honestly, they really were. They had the all-important age gap, because we all know how much I love that, and yet they had this similarity in their insecurities, which was lovely. And then when it came to like hopes and fears, they also had like these they were similar. They worried about the same sort of things, and they they wondered what would happen with the future, and they overthought some things, and I understand why. So once again, like I say, Amanda's just delivered perfect characters in the perfect story for me. I just absolutely loved it. But I got really, really emotional as this book went on, especially when Beth and Gemma were finally forming this deeper connection and began questioning things. So Gemma's an influencer, and as I've said, influence is the whole point of existence, is to influence. And in part, as a reviewer, I could totally relate to that whole social media and interaction tasks that come with such a job, because although this isn't my job, I'm not paid to do this, it is a lot of work, and Amanda has captured that. Gemma has this awe, like you just in awe of her, because she's just so enthusiastic and she has this great spirit. But I must say, Amanda has perfectly captured the unglamorous side of it. Some of you might, I don't know how involved you are with social media, but if you read this, you will understand that there's an unglamorous and business side that sits behind being in such a position, whether you're an influencer, a reviewer, somebody who writes a blog. There's a lot of planning, there's a lot of dedication, there's a lot of time that's got to be spent, and I really appreciated that Amanda has put this into a story and explored it, because for me, I mean, I don't know, because I never ask any of you who watch my reviews or anything, and I guess we don't comment about it because it's not important on the video, but there's a lot of planning that goes in. You know, you get all these books in for review, and you have to decide what to read, what to do when, and Gemma's going through that same thing. She's planning her day, she's planning what events she's got to do, she's planning what photographs she's got to take, and what she's got to post later, and what she's got to edit, and how she looks. Every element of her day was planned, and so this is why I say, I've had a thought about it. Why am I spending half an hour putting my makeup on to do a review video when you're not here to see what I look like? You're here to hear about the book, and whether you want to read it or not, doesn't really matter what I look like. So that was really important for me, and it really hit home. And you know, keeping the pretense of what you do online can be really, really, really exhausting. So when we got to that point where Gemma and Beth were really forming that connection, like I say, I just got so emotional at them both explaining, because again, it goes the other way for Beth. Running a business is no small feat. It's exhausting, and it takes a lot of your time, and if you run your own business, again, or if you are heavily involved in your work, then you will know just how much it can take from you as a person. So I love that Amanda had balanced both sides, the corporate and what we now deem sort of like fun and influential and creative careers, basically. I love it. It's great. You can apply it to so much, and the feelings and the planning and everything, it's still valid, and it's exactly the same. It's just slightly different based on your situation. So I love that she put that in it. As I said, it made me very emotional, and it gave me a lot to think about. But honestly, I was so excited, and I can't put it into words how excited I was to read this. This is a really magical story, and really emotional too. You really just need to read and experience everything for yourself. And I know you're going to love Fraser Park. You're going to love Beth. You're going to love Gemma. You're going to love the family. Everything. You're just going to love it. It's amazing. But I really hope that Fraser Park is a real place, and if it's not, I really want to know why not, and somebody needs to make it a real place if it's not. It was so magical, wonderful, and it delivered a lovely story. Basically, it was the perfect setting for a lovely story that I just couldn't put down. The connection between the characters, so real, that I really miss Beth and Gemma already, and I can't wait to read the story again and again. But I say this every time, this is my new favourite Amanda Radley. Until the next Amanda Radley, and then I'll probably have a new favourite. But I absolutely love this, and I had a really personal connection to this story, so it meant a lot to me, and I'm so grateful to Amanda for writing it. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Under Her Influence by Amanda Radley, which I really, really hope you will. If you've read Under Her Influence by Amanda Radley, I would love to hear your thoughts. So please comment below. Please let me know what you thought of the story, of Fraser Park, of everything. I really want to talk about this. But if you haven't read it yet, it's on to be read list, so you're planning to read it. please let us know, because it's always great to hear what you're reading. And if you do read it, I hope you fall in love with Fraser Park, I hope you fall in love with Beth and Gemma, and I hope you have a brilliant connection to the story and really, really enjoy it. Bye!